Yo, what's going on guys? It's Offbeat here and welcome to this episode of Behind the Bars for my latest track, Bad Friend. As usual, you guys have left some amazing comments. I'm just going to put a few of my favourites up on the screen right now. Thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure to see how much you guys can relate to this one. I think quite a few of you have got bad friends of your own. So yeah, I'm very glad this one resonates with you, even if it's not for the best reasons. Bad Friend is just a very simple little comedy track. I wanted to do something that was a bit light-hearted compared to First Love, which was the last track, which was a bit more serious. So yeah, this one's just a little funny one about drinking, getting drunk, but it's written as though it's two different people. So you've got me and you've got drunk me, and drunk me is like my bad friend, my bad influence is always getting me in trouble and screwing me over. And the reason I wrote it like that is because that's exactly how it's felt. This one is based on many real life experiences. Not so much now, I've kind of matured a little bit and grown out of it, but certainly throughout my 20s, countless experiences of just waking up the morning after a big night out and either remembering or being reminded, if I can't remember myself, of just embarrassing stuff that I did and just being like, oh no, drunk me! So a lot of people have commented on the green suit, and whilst that isn't actually a lyric, so technically shouldn't be in Behind the Bars, the story behind it is relevant, so I will share it. Basically, this song is heavily inspired by a film called Drop Dead Fred, which was a comedy movie from the early 90s. I'm sure a lot of you won't remember it, but it starred the late, great Rick Mail, who I'm a massive fan of, and it's about a little girl and her imaginary friend, and then when she grows up, the imaginary friend coming back and just wreaking havoc on her adult life. So that kind of struck quite close to home for me, and that's what inspired the song. And in the film, Rick Mail also wears a really leery green suit. So my choice to wear that suit in this video was heavily inspired by that, but also the song was in general as well. So, as I've said in previous videos, if you guys have any questions for these Behind the Bars videos, send them in, email them to me, and a few of you have, so I'm going to read a couple of them out now. This first one is from TJ Reynolds, who asks, is never learn one of those experiences where you meet up with drunk you and he leaves you with the consequences? And the answer is a resounding yes. So Never Learn, for those of you that don't know, Never Learn is a track that was on my very first EP, People Watching 1, and that is a song where I recount the night before through the kind of hazy memories during a hangover. And this tune, Bad Friend, isn't a direct prequel, but it very easily could be. It could just slot into any of those night befores. So yeah, while it's not a direct prequel, it is very much related to Never Learn. So yeah, well spotted. And the Swing Hopper's very own Charlene Ray has also sent in a question. She's asked me to recount my top 3 most embarrassing drunk stories. And I'm only going to recount one, partly because I want this video to not be too long, but also partly because my mum watches these videos and there's only so much she needs to know. But one particularly embarrassing drunk story is from my 18th birthday, where I was still living at home, and there was a tradition at the time for us to all my mates, to go to the local pub, and everyone would chip in £1, and you get all that money and go to the bar and just buy as many different shots of spirits from the bar as you could and put them into a pint, and the birthday person had to down it. So it was my birthday, all my mates did exactly that, and I got this pint of absolute filth. And just as I was about to drink it, this girl that I really fancied, who lived in another town, turned up. And I didn't think she was going to come to the pub because she didn't live in the same town as us, but she'd come all that way, she'd made the trip specially. So I was like absolutely delighted to see her. But yeah, I had this pint of wrongness just sat in front of me, and all my mates were like, down it, down it, down it. And I was all 18 and impressionable in that, so susceptible to peer pressure. So I was like, oh fine, go on then. So I necked it. And I was actually all right to begin with. I thought I was going to be okay. So I was like, I can take it. So I felt like a big man, and I was like walking around just chatting rubbish. And then I plonked myself down in front of this girl, and I was just like, hey, how you doing? And started chatting to her. And then the moment that I did, I was like, oh, actually, I don't feel so good. And was promptly sick straight back into the glass in front of her. And weirdly, that didn't make her more attracted to me. Cool, so that is it for this month's Behind the Bars for Bad Friend. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't already, I would urge you to grab a copy of the album which contains Bad Friend, but also 15 other banging tracks. And if you haven't grabbed one already, now's a great time to do it because I've got a special offer on where you can get a deluxe copy of the album, which is a physical CD. There's only 200 of these available in the world. I'm going to sign every copy that I sell, and it also comes with all the instrumentals produced by Odd Chap, 16 of the bad boys on the back there, and also 4 other bonus instrumentals as well. So you get that whole package, and the special offer is I'm doing it for 20% off. So it's a very, very special offer, and if you are interested, there's a link in the description below, so go check it out. And I would be very grateful if you purchase one. My bad friend would be very grateful as well, because you'll probably be contributing to a pint or two for him. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back very soon with a little wrap up of 2018 and a little preview of 2019, what's to come. So yeah, one more video from me before Christmas, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.